Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. I'm Reverend Michael Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
And we have some others here joining us to make this service possible.
Anthony, will you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name's Anthony Prichard. I'll be your moderator for today. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia, and I'll be doing the readings.
I'm Jake Fernandez. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Paul Lansel. I'll be doing the music, your spirit here for today's service.
Yes. So we're going to get going with an invocation. So if you close your eyes and join me in that sacred place where we're all one, knowing that there is the one, the only one, the perfect expression of life, because it is all life. Everything that is, was, or ever will be. Spirit is, God is. And this day is the day that God has made, so let us rejoice in it. Let us know that this service unfolds in its splendor and glory and brings to each individual watching today exactly what they came here to receive. Knowing that this day is a holy day, I give thanks for all those who join us. I give thanks for being able to be here. I give thanks for the joyful life that we're all experiencing. And beyond that, I just am eternally grateful. In this attitude of gratitude, I can now release, let go, and together we all say, and so it is. Yeah. So we're going to get started with Paul Lansel, our special music for today. Hey, Paul.
It's a song about gratitude. I'm shaking hands with the past. It's all over now. It was never meant to last. Never meant to last. I know everything is gonna be alright, 'cause today I'm gonna have the time of my life. The time of my life. As long as I have a heartbeat, I have enough to eat. I still get around. Got another day above ground. I'm making peace with my ambitions. How much can I do in just one day? Just one day. I have a sense of direction. How far can I go in just one day? Just one day. As long as I have a heartbeat, I have enough to eat. I still get around. Got another day above ground. I'm making friends with uncertainty. These days God works in mysterious ways. Mysterious ways. So I called up my future and I left a message. See me when I get there, I'll be a blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise. As long as I have a heartbeat, I have enough to eat. I still get around. Got another day above ground. Another day
That was prophetic.
And we're all grateful for that too, for all of us.
Yeah. We're going to take care of some stuff, and then we'll be back to you for another song. See ya. Okay.
Okay, like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. I tried to do the website 2 times and that doesn't work. So check out our website at cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us and add yourself to the email list so you know the things that we're doing. You can also request prayer from our website, and we'll pray on your prayer requests all week. And the affirmations and the affirmative prayer that Stephan writes every week are out there for you. So there's a daily affirmation for the whole week out there for you to use. And I think that's a good thing.
It's on our website.
It's on our website. And today's title is, What Are You Looking From? You met our guest artist, Paul Lansiddle. And today's reading is from, Today's reading is from The Wisdom of No Escape by Pema Chödrön. And I think that's all I have to say. So we're ready for some more music.
Yeah. No, we're ready for Ernestine.
Ernestine, sorry, I've done that to you twice, Ernestine. I'm sorry. What you're doing is important.
It's okay. We're going to do the affirmations. So if you'll put them up for me, I will read them and you can repeat after me, or I'll just read them from the paper because I'm fearless and I'm flexible. So here we go. Affirmations for the week of May 1st, 2022. Please repeat after me. And as Reverend Valerie said, these are written for us by Stephan Anthony. My spirit soars freely, supported by my oneness with God.
My
spirit soars freely, supported by my oneness with God.
The totality of my spirit, let's start again. The totality of spirit perfectly expresses itself as my being.
The totality of spirit perfectly expresses itself as my being.
I open my heart to all the love and goodness in the universe.
I open my heart to all the love and goodness in the universe.
A creative energy within connects my essence to the flow of all life.
A creative energy within connects my essence to the flow of all life.
Divine light shines in, through, and as the purity of my life.
Divine light shines in, through, and as the purity of my life.
I am always guided by intuition, wisdom, and vision.
I am always guided by intuition, wisdom, and vision.
And together we say,
and so it is.
Okay, today's reading is from The Wisdom of No Escape by Pema Chödrön. How do we renounce? How do we work with this tendency to block and to freeze and to refuse to take another step toward the unknown? If our edge is like a huge stone wall with a door in it, how do we learn to open that door and step through it again and again, so that life becomes a process of growing up, becoming more and more fearless and flexible, and more able to play like a raven in the wind? The wilder the weather is, the more the ravens love it. They have the time of their lives in the winter when the wind gets much stronger and there's lots of ice and snow. They challenge the wind. They get up on the tops of the trees and they hold on with their claws, and then they grab on with their beaks as well. At some point, they just let go into the wind and let it blow them away. Then they play on it, they float on it, and then after a while, they go back to the tree and start all over. It's a game. Once I saw them in an incredible hurricane velocity wind, grabbing each other's feet and dropping, and then letting go and flying out. It was like a circus act. The animals and the plants here on Cape Breton are hardy and fearless and playful and joyful. The elements
Guess we're having a little technical difficulty.
Good job.
Anthony, you there?
Yeah, sure am, Michael.
What happened?
Her signal just dropped off. It could be something on her computer because I still see her signal. Anyways, are you able to flip to the part in the book where she was reading and maybe finish?
She's in the process of
Well, I was trying to remember what page it was, and I don't have it marked. It's your book, so
So I'll go get the book.
no. Let's just go on. Let's just bring Paul back.
So we're going to move on and have some music. Can we bring Paul back?
It's a Willie Nelson song, kind of a new one. Energy follows thought. Imagine what you want, then get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you ask for. Make sure it's really what you want. Because your mind is made for thinking. Energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even when you do not know. If you let it idle, ain't no telling where it'll go. Wherever you are sleeping and your dreams take you away, go on with your dreaming and listen to what they say. And if you hear spirits talking, their wisdom can't be bought. Comply it to your thinking, and energy follows thought. Your mind is in control, even when you do not know. If you let it idle, ain't no telling where it'll go. Imagine what you are. Get out of the way. Remember, energy follows thought. So be careful what you say.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. That song was quite touching. All right.
Well, isn't it amazing how our musicians do that every week with just the title, and then they just come up with exactly the right thing to sing about?
Spirit at work in the house.
That's right.
So we thank Ernestine for doing the reading. There was just one sentence at the end that was left out. You want to read it?
Yeah, I can read the last sentence. So we're talking about the was it the ravens, right?
Mhm.
And just
the element.
yeah, and just flowing through. Oh, do you want to read the last sentence right where you were since you're back?
Oh, I would love to. I'm going to start just maybe one sentence before. Okay.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
It says, the animals and plants here on Cape Breton are hardy and fearless and playful and joyful. The elements have strengthened them. In order to exist here, they have to have developed a zest for challenge and for life. As you can see, it adds up to tremendous beauty and inspiration and uplifted feeling. The same goes for us. And together we say,
And so it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
thank you.
and we're just moving right along.
Yes.
We come into this world from a place unknown, and I'm sure it was glorious where we came from, and I'm sure it's glorious where we're going to be on our next step. But the journey is an important thing. Spiritual journey is an important thing, and being aware of where you are on that journey is also important, because sometimes we get distracted. I know for myself, I started out at an early age interested in religion. As I shared before, I went to over 100 different grammar schools because my dad traveled. The longest we were in any one place was 2 or 3 weeks, because he was a musician and he performed in nightclubs. And that was an interesting upbringing. But every time we come to a new town, I make a little friend and I go to their church because I was always interested in it. And then life happened. And my parents divorced, and I ended up with different stepfathers and just had this. It was part of the journey, but it wasn't my awareness of the journey. And I didn't feel like I was really having anything to do with it. I felt like a victim. And then I became an adult, and I started chasing after things that I loved. And I ended up as an actor, and I pursued that goal. And it was rewarding sometimes, and it was frustrating sometimes because I didn't work as much as I wanted to work. And that was all part of this journey that I was on. And then I came to this place where Spirit must have done a reboot for me, because I found this place called Sedona. And it was like the land of many vortexes. And I hiked in all the vortexes. And I didn't even know what they were, but I hiked in them because I had heard that powerful things happen to you there. And powerful things did happen to me there. I had so many amazing things happen in this 10 days. But what was important was I was looking from something different. I wasn't looking from my fear-based experiences that I had before I came there. I wasn't looking from my past. I wasn't looking from anything else but this openness to allowing Spirit to guide me exactly what I needed and give me exactly what I did. And I did get it all. And I remember having this one time I was in meditation up in one of the vortexes, and I heard very clearly, "You will go back and you will find your teacher." I said, "Okay, I think that can happen. I'll just be open to it." And it did happen. When I went back to Los Angeles, I found my spiritual teacher, Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, and talking about a reboot. That was a kick in the pants, because things were changing like this really quick. My life was expanding and growing, and before I knew it, I was a practitioner. And I had this one experience as a practitioner that has to do with this subject that we're talking about. What are you looking from? And as I had entered ministerial school, and as a ministerial student, I worked in all the different ministries, the pastoral care ministry, the education ministry, and there were tons of ministries. And I got to work in it, but there was this one experience that I had when I was in pastoral care. I was to hold vigil for a funeral. And I thought, okay, I can do that. First, it started at the church for the memorial. And I was in this place in the back, and just eyes closed, just holding this prayerful place, just asking the Spirit to continue to open me to the possibilities of holding this highest place for this person who had passed to the other side. So I'm in this powerful place. When I first came to the memorial, everybody was like, there was sadness, there was grief, there was this heaviness, and I was feeling it, being an intuitive and a sensitive person. I was feeling it, and I didn't even know the individual, but I was feeling the sorrow of loss. So I went and got in my place and started holding vigil, and something took me away. I just went away, and I was in this place, not physically, but spiritually, where everything was happy, everything was joyful, and I felt like I was connecting to the individual that I was holding vigil for, and I was seeing things. It was like I had come to the edge, to the veil, right to the front of the veil, and I could have stepped through if I wanted to. It was like I could have gone in that moment, and I was feeling. I can't even explain how I was feeling, but it was euphoric. It was something like had never happened to me in my life before. And so when I came out, I saw all these individuals so differently. And I saw within them, each person carrying something that person had passed. It was like I could see qualities of that person in each person that was at the funeral, at the memorial. So we moved over to the gravesite, and the whole energy expanded. I wasn't even in vigil now, and I didn't need to go to the gravesite, but I wanted to. Something was calling me, saying, "Go. This is your gift. This is what you've come here to be." And looking around and seeing the people and seeing that coffin getting ready to be laid in the ground, I felt at peace. I felt so wonderfully full of spirit and life. And I knew what I was looking from. I was looking from the eyes of God. I was looking from the Spirit of God. And I realized I can do that in anything I choose to do. I can always come back to that place where God and I were one, where I was right at the veil. And I can always go there in anything I'm doing. But
I'm just listening.
so when you look from something, it's really important to be aware of what you're looking from.
Mm-hmm.
And the easiest journey to take, the easiest place to look from is always love. Because when you look from love, you see love. Mm-hmm. And love expands all around you, and love creates this energy that reboots your life, and life will take you to wherever you need to be. And when you're looking from that place of love, love will guide you, direct you, and keep you in its warm arms, and hold you in a place that could feel just the way I felt at that memorial, knowing that I can look at something. I can see a picture over there. I can see people out here. I can see a lamp. I can look at things and see them. But what I want to do in life, when I'm connecting with people or going through something that is moving in my life, I want to look from the deepest place of who I am. Look for and from. So if I'm looking for love, I will be looking from love, and love will guide me and direct me in everything I do, everything you do. I'm going to pass to you.
Okay. So while he was talking, that just reminded me of a book I read. I'm trying to think of the name of it. I know it was based on A Course in Miracles, and George seems like the last name, but it could be just completely wrong. But one of the things about that book for me was I had some challenges at work at the time, and he talked about that same thing. It's like, what are you looking from? Are you looking from a place of there's going to be disagreement here, there's going to be challenge here, there's going to be a problem here? Or are you looking from a place of love to that person that, hey, we can work through this and everything else, and it's going to all be okay, and just changing that perception
Mhm.
from this is going to be a challenge to we're going to work through this and it's going to be just great. Completely changed what happened in the outcome. And I've witnessed it so many times. So when I'm having a challenge with somebody, I have to look at what am I looking from? What is my expectation? What am I putting into this situation that if I just take my stuff out and look from a place of this is already solved in the mind of God. It's already worked out. It's already going well for everyone. Everyone can win from this situation, and one of us doesn't have to be wrong and the other one right. We can just allow spirit to move through the situation, and we're okay. And I know every time I'm having a challenge like that, because it's like we learn these lessons over and over and over. It's not just one time and I got it. And so when I'm having a challenge like that, I just have to go back and look at what am I looking from? What am I expecting of the other person that I'm not expecting of myself? Because I know we do that sometimes. It's like, well, if they would just do this, then I would be fine. But no, it's not like that. It's like I need to be fine no matter what happens. And so I think that's kind of what you were talking about. It's like if I'm looking from lack, I'm going to find lack and limitation. If I'm looking from this is going to be a conflict, I'm going to find a conflict. If I'm looking from everything's got to be perfect, it's not going to be. And it never is going to be. And so just allowing ourselves to be open to what comes next and take the joy and the blessing from the thing that comes next instead of thinking, oh, I need to control every step of this because that's the only way it's going to get done right. No, it doesn't work that way at all. So I've been reading this book that was our reading this week because I usually do that. As soon as we get to reading, I start reading that book because there's always something wonderful in there for me. And Pema Chödrön talks about loving kindness toward ourselves and that we're not getting rid of anything, to grow ourselves spiritually. We don't have to get rid of anything. As a matter of fact, she's saying, don't try to get rid of anything because I love what she said. She said something like, what did she say? So when we get rid of the things that we think aren't right, we also get rid of a lot of the wondrous stuff about ourselves too. Mm-hmm. And so, it's all in there together. And so when we just focus on loving kindness toward ourselves and loving kindness toward everything, she says, we're not getting rid of anything. We're just befriending who we are, and we're being fully open and awake as we are. Mm. Not as we're going to be, not as things are perfect, as we are. And so she just talks about if we treat ourselves and others with that loving kindness in that place where we're just being that love and we're experiencing that love, that we'll find what we're looking for, not by getting rid of things, but by just opening ourselves to the possibility we can become more and everything around us can become more because it's already there. And when we think a thing has to be a certain way, when we think we have to be a certain way, when we think something that's going on has to be a certain way, we're shutting down the possibilities. Mm-hmm. And that if we I just love that story about the raven and just dropping and going in the wind. And then I think about how I am in the wind and it's like not free.
My hair,
was more than that. It's like the dirt in my eyes and blah, blah. But, just that aspect of, wow, this is part of nature too. And I get to glory in it. I haven't done that. But it also reminded me of a really old story. I'm sure you'll remember this one. The sun and the wind were having a conversation about who was the strongest. And so this man comes walking by, they're looking down on the earth, and the man's got this jacket on, and he's all hunched up against the wind. And they have they decide to have a challenge to see who could get the man to take his jacket off. And so the wind blows and blows and blows and blows, and he just holds on to it tighter and tighter and tighter. And so the wind stops and the sun comes out and just shines, and it makes it all nice and warm. And then the man takes off his jacket. And I can't remember. I think the point was that when we're fighting against something, like the wind trying to blow him out of his jacket, as opposed to just shining our light and shining our love, then that's when things are free to change and open and become more.
Mhm.
So if we look at our day, look at our lives, look at the steps that we're going through from a sense of wonder, from a sense of, wow, I wonder what's going to happen that's wonderful today, instead of, I know I have days where I get up and go, oh, this is going to be a terrible day.
No.
I don't. Sometimes I think I do. It's like, oh, I got this to do and I got this to do. I'll never get it all done. Well, I think the point is, it's not that important whether I get it all done or not. Because I do know, here's that thing about me. When I have way too much to do, I tend to do the thing that's not on the top of the list because it's easier. And so then I don't get the important thing done. And so just being in that place of openness, just being in that place of love, just being in that place of, I know that everything that needs to get done today is going to be done. And I know it's going to be done in ease and grace and effortlessness, and that I'm going to be absolutely divinely guided in every single thing I do. Makes a huge difference to how the day turns out.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you have more you want to say?
Well, just to reemphasize that when you're looking at something that comes up in your life, you have the choice to look through it and look from what you came through.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you can look at the situation you're in and say, "Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, it's me.
It makes me. I'm afraid. Oh, I don't know if I can do it." And you get into this thing where you're looking through the wrong eyes. You're looking at the situation, and you've come to a conclusion that this situation is against you and it's going to harm you, and you're not going to survive. Well, you have the power within you to look through that, look through it or past it, if that sounds better, and get to the place of your centered self, the self that is always present, always available,
Yes.
never will let you down, never will abandon you. But it's your choice. You have to decide, I am not going to look through these old eyes. I'm not going to look through old fears, old shames, old guilts,
Yes.
old ways of being,
Yes.
because I am new, I'm alive, and I'm ready for any challenge that may come my way, because it cannot hurt, harm, or endanger me, because I'm more than that.
Yes.
So I know what to look from when I'm looking at something and it's not exactly pleasant. I know what to look from. I move into that centered place where I know who I am. I am love. I am power. I am peace. I am harmony. I am joy. I am more than anything that may come my way to set me off my path. My path is strong. I stay on it, and I awaken to the fullness of who and what I am, always and forever.
Talk to us a minute about being present for the intuitions, for the little knowing what to do's that come up during the day, because I think you explained that so well.
That's the question again.
Well, so I'm driving in the car, and all of a sudden I hear this little thing that said, you should turn left over there.
Yeah.
And so we don't know. What I learned to do in classes is, when I get those little things, do it. I don't know what would have happened if I didn't do it, but I have had some instances where I got that little intuition and thought, oh, I don't have time to do that right now. And then I had a situation where it's like, oh, I could have changed this earlier in the day if I'd just listened.
So you're just talking about listening to your guidance
Yeah.
system. We all have those guidance systems, and it's important to faithfully do as you're told. Sounds like a parental thing. Just do what you're told. But I don't mean it that way. I mean that when you hear something and you know it's divine, because there's a feeling tone behind it. When you catch something and it's giving you some sort of guidance, or it's telling you, like Reverend Dolly said, to turn right, and you're thinking, well, I got to go straight. Well, if you're looking from the point of view that you're going to be late if you don't keep going straight, or if you make this turn, it's going to ruin your plans, then you're not looking from the right place. You're looking from a place of duty or I have to's or any of those. But if you say, okay, I will do this, then for me, 9 times out of 10, it's always something that is perfect for where I am in my life. It's always something that I had to do that would serve me in my highest and most perfect self.
Well, and so there are other times when you do the thing. Like I can think of times when we're out of the driveway and start down the road, and I go, I don't think I locked the door. We stop and we go back, and I go in, and the door is probably locked. But we don't know what might have happened had we kept going when we made the stop right there for the 2 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it took. So listening, even when you don't have a result that said, yeah, you should have listened to your intuition this day. And we don't, if we turn right or left when we get that intuition, we don't know what might have, sometimes we do. Sometimes there's a big accident up there and we missed it. But most of the time, I don't necessarily know what would have happened had I not done the thing. I just know that I got that guidance, and I'm in the habit now of when I get it, just following it.
Well, for me, the most important thing is if you get a guidance, if you get intuition, if something comes to you and you move on it, and nothing comes from it, that's that one out of 10 times that happens. And you have to be we don't have to be,
We get to.
you get to be faithful to listening and to following and to taking whatever steps you're guided to take, because that 1 out of 10 is just part of the exercise, because you still listen and you still take the steps that you're guided to take. And it gets, for me, it's gotten easier over the years of practice, constantly saying yes to spirit when it's guiding me or directing me, constantly listening and coming from that place, looking at where I'm going from the highest place I could possibly look from, and knowing that I have faith.
Mm-hmm.
So keep your faith, keep practicing, keep listening, keep following that which is guiding you, because everything else is unimportant. Well, maybe it's a little bit important, but mostly the spiritual journey is the most important part
Right.
of us being here.
Right.
It is for me. It doesn't have to be for you, but it is for me. And I joyfully say, join us in this beautiful journey of spirit awakened beings. And let's change the world together.
That's right.
Let's make a difference
Yeah.
just by being who you are.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So I just invite you to close your eyes and take a really deep cleansing breath. And as we recognize that that is God breathing us, that breath is going in and out when we're aware of it and when we are not. that the guidance that is spirit within ourselves is present there all of the time when we're aware of it and when we're not. Because we are each, I am, you are, we are all one with the one with that amazing divine intelligence that has created all that is. That everything we can see and everything we cannot see, from the tiniest grain of sand to the largest farthest star billions of light years away, that's all that one intelligence creating and expanding and always creating and always growing and always expanding, and each one of us is one with that. And as we look into each person's eyes or each animal's eyes or at the trees, we are looking at God looking at us. And so I know that this day is filled with blessings and love and peace and truth and harmony and joy and oneness and abundance and radiant health and safety. And I just surround this planet with that light and with that love. And know that as we each expand our awareness of the truth of our being, expand our awareness with that oneness that is, that we each do in ourselves, send that light out, and we do make a difference in the world. We do make the world a better place. And so in absolute gratitude for knowing this is true, I pass this word to Reverend Michael.
Thank you. And continuing to know the truth for myself and for each and every individual who's participating in today's service, I see through the veil and see the truth of who you are. I know that each and every individual that's tuned in with us today is a perfect expression of life, and each life is unfolding in that perfection.
Yes.
And everything is drawn to you that's needed in your everyday life. Whatever it is that you may be going through, whatever challenges you may be facing, whatever questions you may be asking, it all comes to you through the light and love of pure spirit that dwells and has its being in you, through you, as you.
Yes.
So I know that this week is a joyful week, that each one of you captures that which is yours to capture, does that which is yours to do, and your life is expanding and growing into this greater self that has no ends, has no barriers, has no limits, has no restrictions. You are the perfection of God.
Yes.
I know this, I hold it for you, and I know that everything that is happening in your life right now is for your highest and best good. I bless it, and together we bless each other. So very grateful to be above ground. And for this and so much more, with eternal gratitude, I now release, let go, and together we say,
And
And
so
so
it
it
is. Amen. Ashe. Aho. I think I missed one. And woohoo!
Love is but a song we sing. Fear is the way we die. You can make the mountains sing, make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some will come and some will go. We shall surely pass. When the one that's left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now. to love and fear in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both, there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now.
Another good lesson, well sung. Thank you, Paul. We got some business to do, and we'll get back to you for the last song. So, please join us in the consciousness of and the spirit of prosperity and abundance, and know that you are provided for and that you are taken care of. You're maintained and sustained by that one same power that we've talked about in this service. And open up your heart and see if there's something calling you that wants to give. Give because you felt something move you in this service today, something open for you. You received a gift. So give back. Join us and help support this spiritual center.
So you can go to cslnorthmetro.org, and there are a couple of ways to give out there. You can also use Venmo, and I think the code will be coming up, but if it isn't, it's in the comments. And you can look up CSL North Metro and Venmo as well, or PayPal. But the PayPal link is also on our website. So the easiest thing to do is just go to cslnorthmetro.org.
And we thank you for supporting us and for continuing to give to this wonderful cause.
And remembering that giving and receiving is one thing. So we always have to give in order to receive.
And receive in order to give.
That's
Some people
right.
have a hard time
That's
receiving.
right. That's right.
So just open up to that power of giving and receiving. And shine your light towards your screen, which in God's eyes sees that power transferring and uplifting this wonderful thing called the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro. And repeat after me. Thank you, dear Spirit.
Thank you, dear Spirit.
Thank you for the abundance in my life.
Thank you for the abundance in my life.
Thank you for all that you give me.
Thank you for all that you give me.
Thank you for all those friends and loved ones in my life.
Thank you for all the friends and loved ones in my life.
For my home,
For my home.
for my full belly,
For my full
and
belly.
for all the good that's in my life.
For all the good that's in my life.
I give back freely
I give back freely
in deep gratitude.
in deep gratitude.
I let it be,
I let it be.
and so it is.
And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
So Paul is.
Sitting here in my problems, what am I gonna do now? Am I gonna make it some way, somehow? Maybe I'm not supposed to know. Maybe I'm supposed to cry. And if nobody ever knows the way I feel, that's alright. That's okay. I'm gonna make my world a better place. Gonna keep that smile on my face. Gonna teach myself how to understand. Gonna make myself a better man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Climbing out the window, climbing up the wall. Is anybody gonna save me? they're gonna let me fall. Maybe I don't wanna know. I just hold on the best I can. And if I fall down, I'm gonna get back up. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. I'm gonna make my world a better place. I'm gonna keep that smile on my face. I'm gonna teach myself how to understand. I'm gonna make myself a better man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gonna make myself a better man.
That was great.
Thank you, Paul. Oh,
Thank you, Anthony, for all the wonderful things that you do during the service too. We really appreciate it.
yeah. Why don't you bring everybody up, Anthony? Here we all are. There's the gang.
Yay.
Oh, so wonderful that each and every one of you did what you did to make this service unfold. We thank Anthony for getting us through those glitches, because glitches happen, and we have good people who get us through it. We thank Ernestine and Jake for being there and holding the place for this service to unfold. We thank Paul. You're always great, Paul. You just come up with the right songs, and we totally appreciate you and thankful that you come once a month to be part of our service.
Right. And everybody that's with us today, here with us in our home, and also everybody that's with us virtually, we thank you all too. And those who watch it later.
Yes.
Yeah, we're grateful for you.
So you want to benedict us?
Yes. So, once again, just close your eyes, take a deep breath. As we know that there's only that one power and that one presence, that one life that is with each and every one of us all the time and in, through, and as everything. And that we are eternal beings. And so whatever might happen to us in this physical being does not affect the who we really are. And so I just know in absolute gratitude that each one of us is expanding and growing and becoming more and more of who we came here to be each day. I am so grateful for everyone that is with us this day in any way, grateful for all of the blessings that we have, grateful for the Center for Spiritual Living North Metro and for everyone who participated with us today. Just so, so, so grateful. I just release this word, let it go, and allow it to be. And so it is.
So it is.
And I want to invite you to join us on Zoom after the service. The link should be in the comments, but if it's not, go out to our website, cslnorthmetro.com, and the link is in the calendar. So join us on Zoom, and we'll have a conversation about your aha and the things that are going on in your life.
Yes.
There it is.
So
All right.
thank you all. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next Sunday. Peace and blessings.